evening, hello guys, it is I, WAU, and welcome back to another TKWF Universe mode. Now this is the Rising Destiny pay-per-view. Now I should just apologize, I have been away for a while, but we are back in full swing with this pay-per-view here tonight, and then starting Wednesday at 6 PM every night, there will be a TKWF Universe mode episode coming to you live on the TKWF Universe YouTube channel. Now, for those of you that did miss it, we did have like a house show series of events that happened where we had a 32-man tournament to crown the #1 contender for the World Heavyweight Championship, because I was not happy with Doc's performance at the last pay-per-view. We have the finals for those later on tonight between Rush and Cowboy Paul. But in those house shows, we saw a few little details, and here's one of them now. We saw the debut of Electro. Now, Electro is another DZW denizen, and his first momentum in this company was attacking Loverboy Luke Valiant in what was a brutal brawl between these two. So they have signed a contract to have a match here tonight. Will the debuting Electro be able to show what DZW has? Or will Luke Valiant be able to bring forth his wrath and win the match? Now, I should just apologize as well. There is no sound in the audio. In the recording of this show, there was some issues with the live crowd audio, so we unfortunately do not have any audio for this episode, but it will be fixed for the next episode, I promise you that. Also, in these like house show runs, we saw a few title changes. We saw Kurai Falcon, the former Akira Falcon, take on Jesse Kincaid in a ladder match. In their final match in their rivalry, they blew it off in that match, and Kurai Falcon pulled off what he needed to do to win the Cruiserweight title there in that match. We also saw a trilogy of matches between the DZW denizen Scott Priest and the unbelievable one TK Landon in the Global Championship tournament. Well, in the Global Championship trilogy, I should say. And after two failed attempts, we decided to put them in a steel cage match to wrap up their trilogy. And Scott Priest was lucky enough to talk TK Landon into a match in a show that he had already been in a world title tournament qualifying match earlier on that evening. And he was quite injured, so Scott Priest did quick work of TK Landon in that steel cage to be crowned the new global champion. We also saw the unmasking of Tyler Bishop, one of the two members of the Dangerous Alliance, or the Deadly Alliance, I forget what they're called. One of the alliances, and he lost a match to Jay Stone, which led him to have to be unmasked, and he went pretty far in the world title tournament, unfortunately getting knocked out in, I believe, round 3 of the tournament. So he was close to making to the semifinals in this match, or in this tournament, but unfortunately he fell short. And speaking of Jay Stone, his tag team partner Angelo Epps from the Gangster Squad returned, and Jay Stone attacked him, effectively turning heel against his former tag team partner, saying that Angelo Epps was never there for him. He held him down, and he was starting a club with people in his league. He said that he's denouncing his gangster name. He's going back to his full name of Jeremiah Stone, and he formed the Millionaires Club. So that's a bit of a catch up on what you guys missed over those house show runs. But for now, we are here in our first match of the Rise and Destiny pay-per-view. And so far, Electro has been dominating Loverboy Luke Valiant this entire time. And these two just going non-stop against each other. Even though these two haven't really met in the ring so far as of yet, these two definitely have a lot of hatred for each other and are definitely fighting to the bitter end to see who is the better of the two in this match. And here we go. Got him up on the shoulders. Oh my god! I don't know what he would like to call that move, but it looked like a modified F5 into a rock bottom of all things. I'm sure he has a name for that, but that is one devastating move. Locks in the armbar now. Going for a tap, but no. Loverboy Luke Valiant rolls it out, but Electro back on the offensive straight away now. And now Electro just taking a reign over Luke Valiant now. Holding his arm, knocking him down with the clothesline and picking him up to do another one. Hit him with 3. Oh, and a nice counter there from Luke Valiant. Luke Valiant trying to fight hard. Luke Valiant hasn't had the best career so far in the TKWF. He was a newer guy coming in, only having a few matches under his belt. But they were all wins. And oh my god, a nice lifting DDT there. Oh, what's he going for now? Oh, a nice snap suplex there from Loverboy Luke Valiant. Oh, and a kick from Electro to turn the tides of the match once again in his favor. And now Electro just dominating Luke Valiant so far in this match. Luke Valiant had a few good matches in the title tournament. Unfortunately, didn't go too far in the tournament thanks to Electro costing him a match in that tournament, which led to these two having this match here in this pay-per-view. And a nice chop there from Electro. Oh, Luke Valiant's back up. And the slap. And another lifting DDT. And Luke Valiant back on the offense right now. Oh, the punch and kick combo. Finish with a clothesline. What a nice combo there from Luke Valiant. He's fired up now. Oh my god. The calf crusher. The calf crusher. Oh, but Electro fought out. Luke Valiant is fighting very hard in this match. Both of these men are fighting very hard. But Luke Valiant has to fight a lot harder since Electro is the more experienced wrestler. And so far in this match, the more dominant wrestler. Oh, and a nice belly-to-belly suplex there. Now Electro taunting to the fans. Their fanboy, Loverboy Luke Valiant fighting viciously here to try to fight back. And now he's calling him up. And the forearm! The Lover forearm! Will the Lover forearm be enough to keep Electro down? 1, 2, and it was not. Electro kicks out at 2. Well, the Lover forearm, we haven't seen take down many people in the past. Well, it looked like Valiant was setting up for another submission, but Electro had enough wit about him to roll out of the ring. They do a little bit of a toss, or a little bit of a roundabout there before Electro takes the offense. Oh, here we go. Back on the shoulders. The F5 into the rock bottom. He probably has a name for that, but I don't know what it is. I'm sure he'll let me know after this match. And now Electro on the offensive right now. And then the jumping clothesline there from Luke Valiant. Now Luke Valiant slowly fighting back now. You know, this match has taken a lot out of these two. And they are definitely fighting. Oh, a nice Enziguri kick to the face. Electro's back up now. Oh, but he walked right into a powerbomb. Oh, Loverboy going to the top rope. You don't see this quite often. Will it pay off? Oh my god, a spiral tap, but he missed. He missed the spiral tap. Oh, what's he doing now? Oh my god. An inverted fireman's carry was not enough to keep him down. He can't believe what's happening now. Oh, here we go. Locks in the calf crusher. Oh, but the ref saw his arm in the ropes, and it immediately led into a rope break. Oh, but here we go. Here we go. The Clash of Love. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. And Luke Valiant beats DZW Denizen Electro with the Clash of Love. Well, this has got to be a huge win for Loverboy Luke Valiant. Hasn't had the best of luck so far in this series when it comes to matches. And Electro accepting the handshake from Loverboy. These two put each other through hell in this match and ended it with a nice handshake. Now let's move on to our next match of the evening, guys. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The next match of the night is the grand final in the 32-man world title tournament. Who will be the number one contender to face Walker later on this evening? Will it be Rush? Will it be Cowboy Paul? Who knows? These two have definitely been through one hell of a tournament in the last month in those house shows. You know, Rush having to take out some of his worst competitors in the TKWF. He had to take out his former opponent Vex. He had to take out TK Landon. And he had quite a few other tough opponents ahead of him in that match. You know, for the rookie who started this show with one match under his belt and then signed as a rookie to this company, he has definitely come into his own. Now, I've had comments about why is his necklace still green when the rest of his gear is black and blue. And I've asked him and he simply responds, it's to symbolize his fight against being the rookie of the company. It's to symbolize the fact that everyone saw him as nothing but a rookie, and then as soon as he turned his sights on Vex and the multi-man championship, and he became the ruthless one, Rush, you know, surely enough, he dominated in every match he's been in since. And another man who has dominated every match he's been in since is this man right here, Cowboy Paul. Debuting not long ago against, I believe, Scott Priest. And, you know, he dominated Scott Priest in that match. And then we didn't see him for quite a while. And then out of nowhere, he spawns back in this title tournament, taking out a few members of the collection on his way to the top. Oh, and a nice gutbuster already from Rush. Now, you can see that there's not much of a size difference between these two monsters in the ring. Now, Rush still able to manhandle Cowboy Paul like he's nothing. We've seen Rush just manhandle and throw people around the ring. You know, he went to a training school. He worked on his moveset. He improved. And since he's improved that and became the Ruthless One, he has just been unstoppable. If anyone has a chance to take out Walker, it'll be one of these two. You know, the basically undefeated Cowboy Paul so far, and the man Rush. Taking the Rufus out of his name, because no one likes to be called Rufus Rush. He said his actual last name is Rush, but his first name wasn't Rufus. He said his former trainer didn't like his first name, so he nicknamed him Rufus, because in training he reminded him of the naked mole rat. I don't understand what that means, but that's what he said. And so his first step in becoming the Ruthless One was to take Rufus out of his name, remove the old trainer's mentality from his entire being, and surely we've seen it non-stop take effect, but so far these two have just been brawling non-stop in the way to enter this tournament. And, you know, this has all come down to this. One of these two will face Walker in the main event tonight for the World Heavyweight Championship. And now I should just mention, Walker will not be fresh for that match either, so it won't be an unfair advantage on Walker's part, because he will be in an 8-man, 4-team tornado tag match for the tag team titles later on tonight with Tyler Bishop in his working for the Dangerous Alliance, working together as a team for the first time in what seems like ages. Oh, a nice reverse guillotine now. The reverse guillotine, could we potentially see it happen? No! Rush fights out. And I never thought I would see Rush have a tough opponent in mind. But, you know, this match against Cowboy Paul has, you know, shown some weaknesses in Rush's moveset. You know, if you're not a smaller man with small stature, you know, Rush doesn't have... Oh, no. The 310 to Yuma. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. The 310 to Yuma almost keeping Rush down. Oh no! Oh, here we go. The OK Corral. Could this be it? Is this it? No, the rope break. Rush was lucky enough to have his foot under the rope. That could have been it. He's taken the 310 to Yuma as well as the OK Corral. And he's still up fighting. Oh, and he's fighting back now. Oh! And a 310 to Yuma from Rush on to Cowboy Paul. What? Rush is going to the top rope now? We barely ever see that. Oh, and a nice diving headbutt. 1, 2, and it was a 1 count. Now, that just has to go to show you what these two are willing to do to win this world title opportunity. You know, Rush has never gone to the top rope. Oh! And a nice 12-step there. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. You know, Rush has never gone to the top rope before, and he went to the top rope to try prove himself in this match, to prove that he's gone from the rookie to being a world title contender. And here we go. Oh! went for a pump handle slam, but reversed into a hip toss. Now Cowboy Paul with the cover 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 from Rush. There's... Wait, what? Who played with the lights? Someone played with the lights to allow Cowboy Paul to get the advantage now. We saw this a couple of times during the tournament where the lights would go off and out of nowhere Cowboy Paul would get the advantage in the match. I never worked out who it was backstage. I even filmed the light crew and no one seemed to do it. Oh, a nice reverse there from Rush. The nice reverse. And a suplex. A chicken wing suplex. From Rush. The nice counter out of the 310 Yuma. He saw it coming. He knew that that would have been the end for him if he had a 310 Yuma and then the OK Corral. And now Rush has him up. Oh, here we go. Goes for his own 310 to Yuma. And the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. A kick out at 2. Rush can't believe it. I can't believe it. That's the second 310 to Yuma that Rush has hit on Cowboy Paul here tonight. Another 12 step and goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Rush moves on to the main event to challenge Walker for the World Heavyweight Championship, ladies and gentlemen. But for now, we move on to the next match. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are once again with the unbelievable TK Landon. You know, he's gone on excursion in the time that TKWF has been out of commission, competing in ACW as well as TCW. You know, making some waves in those two companies. You know, he hasn't seen quite the great amount of success that we've seen in the TKWF. He's held almost every title that the TKWF has to hold, other than tag team titles. But that's because so far he's flown solo and hasn't needed a tag team partner. But he has held the World Championship. He was the very first World Champion in the TKWF. He's held the Multi-Man Championship. He held the Intercontinental Championship. Hell, he even held the Intercontinental and World titles at the same time. And then, most recently, he fused his Intercontinental Championship with this man's Multi-Man Championship to form the Global Championship, which he then lost to Scott Priest. But that's why these two have been having their feud. You know, their paths have crossed during the 32-man tournament. They were the reason why they lost each other's matches. And these two have come face to face once again. No titles on the line. More so dignity at this point. You know, these two's paths have crossed countless times in the past. Grim Oxley, you know, making waves in the company, debuting and then immediately throwing himself into the multi-man picture with Rush and Vex, walking out of that feud as the multi-man champion. And he would see a lengthy reign with it until this man, TK Landon, got in his face and put his Intercontinental title on the line as well, which ended in the Global Championship being created. The Intercontinental and Multi-Man Championships no longer exist, and it's due to these people here. They couldn't get out of each other's ways, so they had to fuse their titles to make the Global Championship happen. And, you know, these two just testing each other's strength so far, and we're already into it. TK Landon trying to take offense But Oxley, oh, and a nice cutter there from TK Landon. These two have studied each other back and forth. They've had multiple matches against each other now. They know each other like the back of their hands. They will have a tough technical bout ahead of them. And they know exactly how these two work. They know exactly how each other work. They know exactly how to counter everything that they throw at each other. They're going to have to dig deep into their moveset, dig deep into their arsenal of moves to overcome their opponent in this match. You know, we could see one unbelievable kick, one Reaper's Bane, and it could all be over. Or a grim ending, I should say. The Reaper's Bane is his signature, not his finisher. But, you know, I digress. That could end the match too. Oh, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? Well, that's Jackson Jepson's music playing, but where is he? Oh my god, he's in the ring! He's in the ring! TK, look out! The carousel! The carousel! The carousel! What is Jackson Jepson doing? Well, we know him and Grim Oxley are great friends and former training partners. You know, they had a match when they first debuted in the TKWF against each other. They have history. And now Jackson Jepson is just dominating, or is just standing there and watching Grim Oxley dominate TK Landon now. Why is the ref not stopping this? This match should have been over when he saw Jackson Jepson in the ring. These two are just dominating TK Landon now in a 2-on-1 assault. Well, it's more a 1-on-1 assault with Jackson Jepson watching. And the Reaper's Bane. The Reaper's Bane. And he picks him up. Oh, TK Landon fighting back now. An STO on Oxley. Beating him down. Nice snap of the arm. Jackson Jepson just watching these two fight now. I still don't know what his motives are. All I know is he came into this match, hit one carousel, and has just stood there. But that carousel was enough to just dominate, or give Oxley the advantage that he didn't have before. He was losing this match until Jepson hit that carousel. And here we go. The grim ending. Went for a belly-to-belly, but TK Landon trying to fight back now. And now he's hitting Jackson Jepson. He's got both the DZW denizens on the ground now. And the punch. Oh! The grim ending! The grim ending! He hit a grim ending. And now the strikes to the face. Why is the ref not stopping this? This just brutal assault from Jackson Jepson and Grim Oxley now. Well, mainly Grim Oxley, but Jepson's in there as well. TK Landon has been trying to fight back. Now they're just staring him down. They're just toying with him at this point. Oh, and a nice cutter to Jackson Jepson there. But it leads to a big slam from Grim Oxley. And now Oxley has him on the ground, just brutally beating him down at this point. What the hell is going on here with these two? And another Reaper's Bane. I don't know what's going on with the ref. Have Oxley and Jepson paid this ref off? And another Reaper's Bane. Poor TK Landon barely looks like he's able to move at this point, let alone fight back against these two and a corrupt ref. What is going on in the TKWF? What is going on in this match? Oh, Landon is back up. He's going straight for Jepsen once again. But that just gives Oxley the time to fire up the crowd. Oh, TK Landon's going for his running knee. But Oxley breaks it up. You know, I've got to give it to TK Landon. You know, he's fighting his way out. You know, he's coming to make a name for himself once again in the TKWF after his excursions haven't gone exactly his way in ACW or TCW. And now he has to fight off two of the toughest DZW denizens that we've seen in hand-to-hand combat in the wrestling business. You know, they may not be the best wrestlers, but when it comes to hand-to-hand brawls, these two are definitely the toughest. You know, we saw another Reaper's Bane there from Grand Moxley. The fact that TK Landon is still able to stand is just impressive. And he's still going for Jackson Jepsen. You know, he just wants him out of the ring so he can deal with Oxley. Oh, but he's taking a bit too much time to worry about Jepsen and not enough time to worry about Oxley. And Oxley takes the time to beat him down. Oh no. He's preparing for it. He's preparing for it. Another grim ending. No, that's it. I'm calling this match. Ref, I don't care what you say. This match is called. It's done. It's over. Get these three men out of this ring. I don't care. It is over. Why are they still fighting? Get some help out here. Oh, an unbelievable kick to Jackson Jepsen. The fact that TK Landing is still standing at all is just impressive to me. But the fact that he's not caring about Oxley at all, he's just worried about Jepsen, is what is the problem. And a body slam. And that's it. I don't know what is going on with these guys. We will get answers on Wednesday night's TKWF episode. But for now, we have a match that I have been quite interested to see. Now, these two debuted at the in the 32-man tournament against each other. D King from DZW and Jacob Shaw from the TKWF. And they had a match, but, you know, Jacob Shaw took D King to the outside and brutally beat him down, which, you know, even though he won, well, it was a double counter, I moved D King forward in the tournament because Jacob Shaw just did not want to win the match. He just didn't seem to want to win. And, surely enough, though, it wasn't the last time that these two would face paths, because after D King won his second round match, Jacob Shaw showed up and beat him down with a kendo stick. And then in D King's third round match, Jacob Shaw attacked him during his entrance and brutally beat him down, which, you know, I gave D King the opportunity. Now, move forward in the tournament and try win that world title, or pursue Jacob Shaw in an Extreme Rules match at the pay-per-view. And he said, you know, damn to the title. I want to get revenge on Jacob Shaw. But, you know, this could be very well have been the worst option that D King could have chosen, because Jacob Shaw has been known to dominate in his previous 4 companies he worked for, he was known as the hardcore icon. He was known as the one who would deal the most damage to you and not let you move. He would beat you to a bloody pulp and then ask you if you wanted more. He is definitely a loose cannon. But, you know, it's for good television, good pay-per-view buys, and one hell of a match that these two are going to see. And we're off. Jacob Shaw and D King have definitely got a history. You may notice that D King is in trunks today instead of his usual tights. He said that his trunks are his pay-per-view attire, and he breaks them out for the really important matches. And this is definitely an important match. His first real challenge in the TKWF, you know, he breezed through his second round opponent. He would have breezed through Jacob Shaw if Jacob Shaw actually tried to wrestle him. But now he's in Jacob Shaw's element. Anything goes in this Extreme Rules match. You know, why would D King accept this? You know, he is a fighter, and he said he wants a fight, he wants revenge, and he doesn't care if he has to enter Jacob Shaw's domain to do it. But he will leave Rising Destiny the victor. But Jacob Shaw, we haven't heard much from Jacob Shaw. He's not very much of a talkative person. He hasn't even explained the assault on on D King in the TKWF house shows. You know, he simply does it because he can. And, you know, that's why I brought him along, because he's a loose cannon. You never know what you're going to get in a Jacob Shaw match. And he's proven that time and time again so far. When it's come to D King, you know, he chooses his target and he goes for that target until everything is said and done. Now D King on the outside now. Now I don't know why the ref is calling, because this is meant to be an Extreme Rules match. Is this the same crooked ref from last match? I think it is. He looks like it. Is he trying to give D King the opportunity that he deserves here? Oh, here we go. The kendo stick's in play. The kendo stick, the whole reason why this rivalry started in the first place was the assault from the kendo stick onto D King from Jacob Shaw. And now D King back in the ring, getting fired up, but he doesn't want to count out victory. That's not enough revenge on Jacob Shaw, and that could very well be his downfall in this match. And it looks like it may be. Jacob Shaw using the opportunity that he took to get fired up outside the ring and go back outside as the time to recover. And is now looking to be the dominant factor in this match. And now the beatdown from D King now. These two brutally beating each other down. Ignoring the count right now. They just want to brawl at this point. They don't care that the ref is counting. Though I don't know why the ref is counting. This was meant to be a false count anyway match. But Jacob Shaw rolling into the ring. And goes for the count out victory. Really, Jacob Shaw of all people going for a count out victory. Oh, you gotta know that D King will not be happy about this. And, you know, I'm already getting bad letters from from the owner of DZW that he is not happy with how his wrestlers are being portrayed in the company, and I'm sure I'm going to get another one about this. Another count-out victory to Jacob Shaw. This is not the end of these two, I assure you. But for now, guys, we move in to another rivalry match. Well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with this match. As I explained earlier on in the show, during our house show run, Jay Stone turned on Angelo Epps, became Jeremiah Stone, and formed the Millionaires Club. That's why, although he is the same person that you saw before the break in the TKWF, he is definitely not the same attitude, and he dresses a lot differently. Apparently, the story goes that Jeremiah Stone was doing an undercover thing as a prank with his friends, and he pretended to be a new person moving into the hood, and he became Jay Stone. And that's when he met Angelo Epps, and they joined the wrestling school together. And, you know, apparently he was just using Angelo Epps to make a name for himself, keeping along with the prank. And once, you know, he hit his stride, he made it to the TKWF, and Angelo Epps constantly got injured, and, you know, Angelo Epps has been injured twice so far since making his debut in the TKWF, and you know, Jeremiah Stone decided, nah, enough's enough. The prank's done. I'm bringing my friends into the TKWF, and Angelo Epps is no longer a part of my life. And Angelo Epps, you know, just coming back from injury after being injured a second time by Jeremiah Stone. His first time he was injured by Bishop of the Dangerous Alliance while they were tag team champions, which made them made these two lose the tag team champions as the Gangster Squad. And apparently that's when Jeremiah Stone decided, you know, he was going to make the calls, he was going to get his friends in the TKWF, and he was going to turn on Angelo Epps. And when Angelo Epps returned from injury after losing the tag team titles, you know, that's when Jeremiah Stone took his opportunity to turn on his partner. And, you know, his first match back from injury, and he already went back on the injured list thanks to the assault from Jeremiah Stone. And Angelo Epps has just said, look, I considered him a brother. I considered him my best friend, and he turned his back on me. He injured me, and this is more than just a match now. This is going to be a blood feud. And that's the exact words from Angelo Epps. And a kick out at one already. Jeremiah Stone doesn't see it as that way. He has been quoted on interviews saying, Angelo Epps means nothing. This match is purely just ridding the world of one less horrible, worthless rat from the great grasps of the world. I don't know what that means, but that's what he said. Ever since he became Jeremiah Stone, he's been talking very weirdly, trying to act all like prim and proper, but it seems like he doesn't know how to be prim and proper. He's still trying to kick the habits of, you know, fighting in the hood for 5 years and trying to go back to his billionaire lifestyle. But, you know, he can't kick the fighting, and that's what led to the Millionaires Club coming in to the TKWF. And we will see Diego Danger and Matoda Lee later on in the tag team title match. They put on a brilliant performance in the world title tournament. Matoda Lee making it to the semi-finals of all places before losing to Cowboy Paul. So, you know, why not give him the opportunity to... him and Diego Danger the opportunity to try win the tag team championships. You know... Jeremiah Stone is getting rid of his rival, or the scum of the world, as he often refers to him. Oh, and a nice move there from Jeremiah Stone. And poor Angelo Epps, it doesn't seem like he's at 100% at the moment. You know, he's not quite at his full potential. He's come back earlier than he should have out of this second injury to fight in this match. So, you know, will it lead to a victory for him and, you know, some semblance of acceptance that his friendship with Jeremiah Stone is over? Or will Jeremiah Stone do what he said and rid the world of the scum of the earth? Nice monkey flip there from Angelo Epps. And, you know, I have barred the Millionaires Club from ringside in this match. Until the match is over, they are not allowed around ringside. So they will not be a part of the outcome of this match. This match is between Angelo Epps and Jeremiah Stone, and Angelo Epps and Jeremiah Stone only. A nice dragon leg screw there from Jeremiah Stone. Oh, and the Millionaire Squash. He calls that the Millionaire Squash. 2, 3, and Jeremiah Stone with the Millionaire Squash has just beaten Angelo Epps. Well, you know, I don't know if this is the end of these guys' rivalry. I don't know if this is just the start of these two. But, you know, Angelo Epps came out of injury earlier than he should have to fight in this match. And he put on one hell of a fight, but it just was not enough to put down his former tag team partner, his former best friend in Jeremiah Stone. And now Jeremiah Stone calling... Oh, Angelo Epps trying to fight back. Well, Jeremiah Stone seemed to be calling someone out. Oh my god, it's the Millionaires Club! It's Diego Danger and Matoda Lee. The Millionaires Club just assaulting Angelo Epps now. Well, I did say that they weren't allowed to ringside till the match was over. The match is over. And then they used that opportunity to assault. To absolutely assault the injured Angelo Epps now. And now here we have a little bit of a champion versus champion match. We have Scott Priest, our new global champion, taking on Kurai Falcon, our new cruiserweight champion. Since they didn't have title matches tonight, because we were more focused on crowning a number one contender for the world title, they decided their title should be showcased tonight, and they wanted a non-title, title for title, or title against title match. Champion versus champion. No titles are on the line. This is all just a friendly fight between these two, just to showcase what they are capable of. So let's get into the match, guys. And here he is, guys. The one, the only cruiserweight champion, Kurai Falcon. Now, Kurai has had one hell of a run in the TKWF so far, you know, being the first ever cruiserweight champion as Akira Falcon, then losing the title to Jesse Kincaid in what was one hell of a feud for basically the entirety of the TKWF up to this point. And, You know, he had to dip into his heelish persona. He had to make some changes in his moveset, in basically everything that he did, in his whole mentality, just to win that Cruiserweight Championship from Jesse Kincaid in that ladder match. Unfortunately, wasn't able to get much further in the 32-man World Title Tournament. But he is still holding the Cruiserweight Championship, and he is still here tonight to have this friendly champion versus champion match against Scott Priest, our global champion. And Kurai already with a crucifix roll up there, taking the offensive straight up in this match. Now, these two have had pretty similar runs in the company, if you will. You know, they both started off with a couple of wins under their belt in the TKWF, then struggled to find a win against anyone, especially when a title was on the line. They would fall and flounder and not have a chance. Then out of nowhere in the 32-man tournament, something snapped and they finally started winning. They started winning championships. Unfortunately, could not win further in the world title tournament. And a nice powerbomb there from Scott Priest. But, you know, they are still walking into Rising Destiny Champion and walking out of Rising Destiny Champion. So, pile driver there from Scott Priest. So, even though these two are from different brands, Kurai obviously TKWF, Scott Priest is obviously from the DZW, but they have had pretty similar runs, pretty iconic runs, I would say. I mean, Akira has basically been the cruiserweight for the TKWF before he became Kurai. Now Kurai is the cruiserweight of the TKWF. We haven't seen many other cruiserweights lately. And Scott Priest, being probably one of the weaker denizens of DCW, in win-loss records speaking, but you know, he's finally turned it up and found a way to win leading into this pay-per-view. And I mean, because no titles are on the line in this match, they're leaving as champion. So it'll be interesting to see what our next pay-per-view is, and if they will still be champion leading into that pay-per-view, and who their opponents will be in said pay-per-view, because this is definitely an interesting one. And a Hurricane Rana from Kurai outside the ring. The ref is counting to 10 here. And Kurai gets Scott Priest back in the ring. Now, Kurai's basically taken the dominance in most of this match so far. And, you know, you just love to see it, you know. Especially considering he's had such a tough run in the company up to this point. Failing so many times to claim that that Cruiserweight Championship, sorry. And in his last attempt, in his last opportunity to beat Kincaid for the title, he manages to do it in a ladder match of all things. Now, Scott Priest did lose his first round in the 32-man tournament, but due to a fault in a double countout victory, or a double countout loss between one of the members of the collection and Jason Mercer, we did see a 10-man Rumble match, and the winner would move on to the round 2 of the tournament, but also face TK Lannon for the Global Championship. And that's what sparked the trilogy of matches for the Global Championship that Scott Priest managed to win the third match, because TK Lannon's ego did not allow him to not defend the title when he was challenged, even though he had already been in a brutal match earlier on in the tournament run, earlier that night. And he would go with the cover from Scott Priest. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. And that was all it took for Scott Priest to win that championship, was for TK Landon's ego to not let him have a defense. Not saying that's the only reason he won it, but it did play a big factor. And 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 again. Kurai is not leaving Rising Destiny as a loser, and he is kicking out of everything that Scott Priest has been throwing at him recently. But yeah, it was definitely a playing factor into why Scott Priest is our current global champion, and why TK Landon just got destroyed by Jackson Jepson and Grim Moxley earlier on in the pay-per-view, which we will definitely get answers for that next week on the show. But for now, we're focused on the Rising Destiny pay-per-view, focused on crowning our new tag team champions, or focused on seeing if we're going to crown new tag team champions in this pay-per-view, or whether the Uprising will still have their tag team championships when leaving here tonight. Or will Rush be able to win his first World Heavyweight Championship in the main event against Walker? It'll be an interesting showing. I mean, Walker's basically going to walk... No pun intended there. But he's basically going to walk out of the tag team title match straight into a defense for the world title. And here we go. Cover from Kurai. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Now, these two are throwing everything they have at each other. They don't want to lose and make their title seem like the lesser of the two. They don't... Sorry about that. They don't want to show to their respective divisions that their title... Oh, and that was almost a 3 count from Kurai Falcon. That their title could potentially be easily won because they lost to another champion. So it's more than just a friendly rivalry. They've got some stuff to prove to their respective divisions. And surely enough, that is exactly what they aim to do. Now Kurai back on the offensive once again, pushing for that win. Oh, and here we go. A sunset flip. Nice sunset flip from Kurai. Goes for the cover now. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. The sunset flip was not enough to keep Scott Priest down for the 3 count. At this moment, I don't know what will be enough to keep these two down for a 3 count. They've been kicking out of finishes left, right, and center in this match. And oh my god. Priest is setting to end this match now. Picking Kurai up. He's got to get him in the ring, or there will be a count out. Kurai reverses. Kurai's got him in the ring. Kurai's got him in the ring now. Oh, but Priest counters. We're getting close to the end of this match now, guys. Oh, here we go. The move from Scott Priest. I don't know what he calls that finisher, but 2 and 3. This is it. Scott Priest, the global champion, has beat Kurai Falcon, the cruiserweight champion, in this friendly bout. And what a win for Scott Priest here. And the shake, the handshake of respect from the cruiserweight champion. Scott Priest had just beaten him. Alright guys, well, we don't have any intros here for this match because there was just too many to count. But in this match, we have the Dragon and Archangel of the Uprising. We have Deuce and Taylor of the Collection. We have Matoda Lee and Diego Danger of the Millionaires Club. And we also have Walker and Bishop of the Dangerous Alliance. Now this is a fatal 4-way. Wait, Archangel's already eliminated? Wait, Diego Danger is already eliminated. We just had 2 eliminations in the first 2 seconds of this match. Oh, and we almost saw the world champion Walker be eliminated there, but it wasn't enough. Now this is just utter chaos here. Now, as I was explaining, this is a 8-man tornado tag match. Eliminations count. You have to eliminate both members of the team to eliminate said team. So it basically comes down to whoever the last team is standing, whether it be 1 member or 2. And so far, we've already seen 1/2 of the tag team champions in Archangel be eliminated, 1/2 of the Millionaires Club in Diego Danger be eliminated, and a double pinfall here, but neither of them got counted for the 3 count. So that means the Dragon is the only person fighting to defend the tag team championship so far in this match. Matoda Lee is the only person fighting for the Millionaires Club's respectiveness in this match, while Bishop and Walker and Deuce and Oliver Taylor are still both members defending for their team in trying to win this title. And there was a bit of a kerfuffle there in the corner. All 4 men clashed into each other. This is just utter chaos. I don't know how I'm going to be able to call this match very well, but, you know, we're going to try at least. Oh, and I thought we had another elimination there, but it looks to not be that way. Matoda Lee has both the Dangerous Alliance out of the ring. It's now Matoda Lee fighting Deuce, while Taylor is fighting the Dragon. Now, the Dragon's cousin, the Jackal, made his debut in the 32-man tournament. Will we see much of him in the future is a question. He did have a good showing, but unfortunately Matoda Lee did shut him down in that 32-man tournament. Matoda Lee making it to the semi-finals of the 32-man tournament, being eliminated by, I believe, Cowboy Paul in the semi-finals. If he had to beat Cowboy Paul, he could very well be facing Bishop in the main event. Now, Bishop, as you can see, has unmasked and changed his attire. He's still sporting his black, Kevlar vest, but he is now sporting some black and gold pants. And it's an interesting attire. You know, he's decided, I'm going to come out as an unmasked. If my tag team partner is forced to unmask, solidarity, I'll unmask with him. Now, you got to remember that Walker obviously has to try stay fresh in this match, because he will be defending that world title next against Rush. And, I mean, Rush is not an opponent to scoff at. So, surely enough, we will see a brilliant fight between those two. Will we see a new champion in Rush, or will Walker be able to walk out as champion from Rising Destiny? Who knows? We will have to find out at a later date. Matoda Lee's got a nice Kimura on, but unfortunately the Dragon breaks out. We are still yet to see an elimination after the first 2 at the start of the match. Oh, but I may have spoken too soon. 1, 2, and a kick out from Walker. Bishop. you'd think that the collection would, and the Dangerous Alliance would be working to get the Dragon and Matoda Lee out so that it'd just be the two teams and more chances of winning the title, but they seem to just be going for whoever's in front of them at this point. Just dealing damage as much as we can. Oh, and the Celtic Cross from Bishop onto Deuce there. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 from Deuce. And a nice spear to Matoda Lee there from Walker. And he goes for the cover after that. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Well, guys, I am slowly losing my voice now. I don't know why, but oh, and a nice jackhammer from Walker onto Oliver. And oh, sorry, is that Deuce? That's Deuce, but a kick out at 2 nonetheless. We still have all four teams in this match. This is just unbelievable. Oh, and a Shining Wizard there from the Dragon. Doesn't go for the cover though. He does focus his attention on Matoda Lee now. Now, if I had to choose, my bets would be on either the Dangerous Alliance or the Collection to win this match, just purely by number facts. Oh, and here we go with cover 1, 2, 3. The champion, the world champion, Walker, has just been eliminated. Maybe he allowed himself to be eliminated so he's fresh for the match. But now the Collection is the only team in this match with all two or both members. 1, 2, and no, Matoda Lee is not eliminated. So my money is still on the Collection to win this match, as much as I don't want to see them, because they are DZW denizens. The only DZW denizens in this match. Oh, and here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. The Salida del Sol onto Tyler Bishop to eliminate him from the match, which eliminates the Dangerous Alliance from the match. We are down to the Dragon from the Uprising, Matoda Lee from the Millionaires Club, and Deuce and Taylor from the Collection. And Deuce fell down, but Dragon went for the cover anyway. 1, 2, 3, and Matoda Lee is eliminated. The Millionaires Club has been eliminated from the match. It is down to the Dragon versus Deuce and Taylor. And 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Well, the Dragon has an uphill battle to defend and retain his World Tag Team Championships here tonight against Deuce and Taylor. Now, everyone knows the feud between the Uprising and the Collection at the moment. Well, so far, it's more so the Collection versus Jason Mercer, but because Jason Mercer leads the Uprising, then the Uprising are forced to fight them. I mean, we've seen the handshakes between the Dragon and Archangel and Deuce and Taylor in the past. 2 and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, the Collection are our new tag team champions. Wow, well, that was a hard-fought battle by all 4 of these teams. And I can't believe it, but we have new tag team champions. You know, it was an uphill battle for Dragon to try to fight both members of the Collection, but they were just tag teaming him like, here, I'll do a move, then you do a move. And lastly, the move put him down. We have new tag team champions. Well, let's move on to our main event, guys. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are here with the main event of the evening. I had some water in that short break between matches, so I was able to refresh my voice, and hopefully I don't blow my voice out. Oh my god. Well, Rush is about to come out for his entrance, and there's the champion, Walker, just running down the ring, waiting to assault the number one contender and rookie. He's just teasing Rush now. Rush hasn't even seen him. Oh, Rush has seen him now. And this brawl has already ensued. I mean, fair enough to Walker. He's just been through a hellacious 8-man tag match. He's got to find any way to try to keep his title, but... And, I mean, he is going up against Rush, so he has to try really hard to keep this title. But we need to get this match in the ring. These two are just brawling on the outside now. Just trying their damnedest to stay ahead. And these two just brawling on the outside now. This match hasn't officially started because they haven't gotten in the ring yet. A reminder, the world title is on the line in this match. These two are just brawling at the opportunity to win this. Now Rush out overpowering Walker, which is something you don't normally see. Oh, Walker finally getting in the ring. And this match has officially been kicked off. And the brawl continues inside the ring now. These two aren't always known for their big slams. So the fact that these two are just going hard against each other to try and win. Oh, and a nice super kick there from Walker. Now Walker is done. Walker is done playing, done brawling. He's taken this seriously now. His title's on the line and he is ready. Just busted Rush open with those punches to the face now. Oh, what's he going for here? And a choke. A leg sweep into a choke. Goes for a punch, but Rush counters. And then a Rush with the side kick himself. And a nice super kick there from Rush as well. Now Rush is back on the offensive now. Oh, and a nice uppercut. Rush is proving that he belongs here in this world title tournament, going toe-to-toe with arguably the best champion we've had in this series. And here we go with cover 2. And a nice shoulder charge there from Rush. Now, ever since Rush countered with that super kick, he's been on the dominance so far. A nice clothesline there. The champ is just on the ground. A reminder that he's already been through a match here tonight. I suppose both of these people have been through matches already tonight, so they are... Oh, and now the champ is fired up. Nice effects from our visual team there to show the firing up of our champion right now. Rush is in danger right now. And a roll of the dice from the champion. Oh no. Rush, stay down. Stay down, Rush. Stay down. And the spear. And here we go. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Now the champ cannot believe it right now. And a neck breaker from the champ. Rush is back up now. He's still busted open. He's still trying to fight back. He's still trying to... Remember, this is his first ever world title match. He was never able to win the multi-man championship because of other people interfering in the feud. So this would be his first title in the TKWF. And a nice tackle there. And these two taking it to the outside. Keep in mind, the ref is counting now. This is not a force count anyway match. You are kidding me. Are these two going to fight to the 10 count? They're just brawling on the outside of the ring now. And the champ not even trying to get him inside the ring now. And that's a 10 count. What? No, I'm restarting this match. I am restarting this match. Get these two back in the ring. We got these two back in the ring. And now Rush immediately going straight for the champion. But the champion fighting back immediately now. I was not having this pay-per-view end on a double countout. Hip toss into the cover. Kick out before one. And a nice side kick there from Rush. Push down from Rush. These two are fighting to the end for this title. I mean, they were brawling all over the arena. And now Rush taking the offensive over the champion now. The champ definitely looking worn out now after just being through an 8-man elimination tag match, then having the huge brawl on the outside of the ring, then have it to like restart. He tried winning on a championship's advantage, and I was not having it. So I'm forcing him to fight. If he wants to keep that title, he has to pin or submit Rush in the middle of this ring. Now you may notice Rush is not bleeding anymore. In the little break that we had, we edited it out in post. But the doctors did attend to him, glued his face up. He should no longer be bleeding unless it gets busted open later on in this match. But for now, no blood. Oh, he went for a choke slam, but it did not work. Now a nice neck breaker there from Walker. Goes to the cover from the neck breaker. Oh. And another choke after a leg sweep. And now Walker just dominating Rush so far in this second part of this match after the reset. Oh, the roll of the dice. And they both went for a kick, neither connected. And a nice DDT there from Rush. Rush back on the offensive now. He's dragging the champ to the middle. Goes for the cover. Could this be at 1? And a kick out at 1. Unfortunately not enough for Rush to hold the champion down. That being said, another roll of the dice from the champion. And now he's getting fired up. He's pissed now. He wants this match over. He wants to declare his championship his once again. And another roll of the dice. The third roll of the dice in one move. Oh no. No, no, no. We know what's going on here. And the jackhammer. And he goes for the cover. Here we go. 1, 2, and 3. And Leon Walker is our world heavyweight champion once again. Or retained his championship, I should say. But Leon Walker, coming into the Rising Destiny unmasked, could not win the World Tag Team Championships, but was able to retain his World Championship in what was one hell of a brawl between these two. So much so that I had to restart it after a double countout because they were just brawling too much and not caring about the ref. But that led to the match going back to the middle, Leon Walker landing the jackhammer and reclaiming his World Championship. He retains. We will see you next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Australian Standard Time on the TKWF Universe.